And then lastly, the handstand training. I've figured out with handstands that tuck handstand is my best friend. If someone doesn't know what a tuck handstand is, that's when you the tuck position is when you like bend your knees and bring them to your chest, so both the hips and knees are bent. So if you imagine doing that upside down, you just, like I said, bend the hips and knees and bring the knees to your close to your chest. Doesn't have to be completely right against your chest. That's the tuck position, and it kind of forces me to have as open of an upper back, thoracic spine, and open shoulders as possible. So that way I can get full 180 degrees of shoulder flexion, so the arm going overhead. And that's really the key to being able to find the balancing point for me. It just seems really hard any other way to get to that, to get to a point where I can feel like I'm controlling the balance in my hands. The tuck position is a good one. If anyone's also working on handstands and seems to have hit a wall, which I seem to have prior to kind of making this little discovery, try to give it a shot. I've been doing tuck handstand holds or tuck slides where I just have my foot against the wall, feet against the wall while I'm upside down, and I just slide the feet up and down as I tuck my knees towards my chest and then up and away from my body. Trying to accumulate time in my hands in the tuck position with the shoulders really open while my legs kind of move up and down. And that pretty much summarizes my training. And every once in a while, I'll do like, random pull-ups here and there, just because, it's fun to do that for me anyway. And just, it's a good way to it's called greasing the groove. So you just do a difficult exercise at low repetitions every once in a while, just to make sure you maintain that strength. Been doing that with pull-ups and also with another exercise called the sissy squats, which is a squat variation particularly good for strengthening knees, the joints in the knee joint and the connective tissue in the joint as well. And if anyone doesn't know what that looks like, it's kind of like when you do a squat, but you raise your heels and you push your knees way past your toes, and you keep the hips extended. That way you have kind of like a straight line from the knee all the way up to the shoulder, and you bring the knees forward past the toes and down towards the floor, hopefully not smacking the knees hard down on the floor, but with control, you bring them down and stand back up. Pretty challenging. I've been mostly using kind of like a wall or another piece of furniture to hold on to as a way of kind of taking out the balance component out of the equation and focusing on just strengthening the muscle tissue, but also more importantly, the connective tissue.